Welcome everybody back to Draw the Line. This is Draw here. And I already did a video on Jesse Smollett, that dork of a guy. Who would have known using a check to pay off your foe attackers and to send white dust to yourself was, I don't know, federal crime? I mean, who would have thought that? The person I'm drawing now is I don't want to take the focus on him. I want to take the focus on wonderful people that support him, like at a moment's notice. Just like boom, all the virtue signaling and all that other BS. So we'll put this at 2.3. All right, because a lot of people came out, and then once they found out and were starting to realize it was a hoax, they were like, whoa, wait till the facts come out, just like this presidential candidate, along with Kamala Harris and a bunch of other politicians, Cory Booker and Maxine Waters. Yeah, I was trying to remember her name. Yeah. They all came out right away going, it was a crime. They had that actress that was, trying to blame it on Trump. I just get tired of it. It's always Trump's fault. It was boring when it was always Bush's fault, and it is really tiresome now. It's fallen to Trump. Anyway, I don't like Cory Booker anyway, especially with how he acted, his showboating with the Kavanaugh case. Because he's like, I'm the only one bringing out these facts. I'm the only one bringing out these documents. No, you're not the only one bringing out the documents, moron. They were already brought out. Anyone could have got them. You didn't just magically fall upon them and like, whoa, these are the files in the case. Ooh. And how fast they called him out, Kavanaugh, out for being a rapist, whatever, sexual predator. And they get behind the guy that hoaxed. There was no proof. How many times do we have to have no proof? And you have to tell people, wait until there's more evidence before they understand you should probably wait till there's more evidence. And how much they complain, the left complains about the right side of politics. They're not jumping on some bandwagon, trying to ruin someone's reputation over what could be a false claim. I don't believe what's her face, Blasey Ford, and all the other people that came out of the woodwork and said, yeah, it was he molested me when at this party when I was this age and whatnot. Well, then they recanted, and it turned out to be a big lie. Oh my God, I really hate Booker. So this wonderful human being decided to automatically tweet this was a crime in Chicago. When I heard it was in Chicago and they said MAGA country, okay, that's a big red flag. Chicago is one of the most liberal places. It's where Barack Obama came from. It's one of the most liberal places there is. I mean, just take a look at Illinois. There's like people moving out of Illinois on mass scale. There's people moving out of New York on a mass scale. Why is like all the liberal states, the ultra liberal states, people are moving out on mass scales? Could it be higher taxes? Could it be crappy jobs? No, that couldn't be at all. No, higher taxes, more laws. You can't build anything in California without like having 25 different permits, apparently. I know that's an exaggeration. Just bear with me. So, but it does. It takes a lot of freaking permits, and you got to rub a lot of people's ankles to get something built in California. One of the people that I like listen to, Corolla, for the Man Show, he talks about that, and he used to work construction back in the day. I'm on the same layer, just groovy. All right, this guy has like a pointed head, so we're gonna. So this guy is running for president, and he automatically jumps and does not wait. Given this criteria of his personality, that he just jumps to conclusions and doesn't wait and doesn't get all the full facts, would this be a good president candidate? Would this be a good president, period? Now, I know what some of you might be saying, well, that's what Trump does. Well, that's not quite what Trump does. He makes fun of people, yeah, but rightfully so. I mean, really, is Rosie O'Donnell? She's the one that said like Catholics were causing mass hysteria. Don Lemon was saying that there's a bunch of white people is what's wrong with America. I mean, really? I like this photo of him too because it reminds me of the Dumbo movie, Operation Dumbo, where the kid goes, "You're not number one. You're number 10. You're number 10, GI. You're not number one. You're number 10." That's what I kind of hear Booker's voice in my head saying to the Republican Party. And don't get me wrong, I'm no fan of Republicans either. I think that they're both pretty worthless. I don't give my allegiance to any one party. I'm not a flag waver. Never been, never will be. But, I want to look at what the person's stance is, their thought process, how they came to their conclusions. Do I agree with Trump all the time? No. Do I agree with this guy? Heck no. If this guy had a thought, it would get lonely and die. That is my honest assessment. And I think he's going to be one of the first ones to tap out, especially after this, for the running of the presidency. I think Kamala Harris, because she did the same thing, is going to do the same thing. And she doesn't even have any fanfare in her party. They already are starting to, label her and so forth. I think they're really going to try to push Bernie this time because of guilt from last time from the Democratic Party, knocking him out of the race prematurely. And I'm a little concerned about Bernie. I don't want socialism, and he is like the biggest socialist. There's no such thing that I really can find as democratic socialism, and I don't think there's a difference. And besides, I find this guy to be a race baiter. That whole thing with Jesse Smollett was basically a race bait anyway. Black guy in Chicago. Look, you paid off a couple people to do a hoax. You got caught. And you just need to fess up, dude. Take your punishment. I will give him quotas, though, for Smollett because it was getting to the last hour where they would have to charge his friends, and he came out in their defense, I guess, from what I understand from one of the places I get information. So this guy is worthless. He needs to be voted out. His political career should be done because he shows that he doesn't really have a good basis for stopping and waiting. He is completely into identity politics. It's not about the character. It's not about the stance. It's not about the reasoning. It's about the color and the victimization. Plain and simple. I mean, he didn't stop and wait on anything. He didn't stop and wait on Kavanaugh. He didn't stop and wait on Jesse Smollett. He probably didn't stop and wait. I could probably check his Twitter feed. Probably didn't stop and wait on the Covington Catholic kids or the BuzzFeed. How many times do we have to jump to judgment and find out we're wrong? Again, this is Draw the Line. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any comments, please put them in the comment bar. I would love to hear from you. And you have a great and wonderful day.